Hello, everyone. Today I want to talk about why I think Manila is the best city in the Philippines for condo living. So I think that I said before that I have lived in several cities in the Philippines, but I think that if you want to own or to live in a house, then Manila is probably not the best choice. But when it comes to condos, it is unmatched, at least in the Philippines. Maybe I think in Southeast Asia, because the variety, the options are unmatched. I mean, especially in the Philippines. I haven't been anywhere else, really. I only know the Philippines a little bit, but from what I've seen, and I mean, from what I've seen online, the options you get for the price, right? I mean, of course, you can find better options somewhere else, but you're probably going to pay more. From what I've seen, the options you get in Manila are really good for the price. Now, if you look at different cities in the Philippines, places I know at least a little bit, Bacolod, Iloilo, Davao, Cebu even, you don't have as many options. And many times to get the same thing, you need to pay more. And for me, it's a bit of a contrast from what people usually say, because people say, oh, if you want to live in Manila, your budget needs to be bigger. And this is not my experience. I mean, for condo living, if all you need is a one-bedroom condo unit, then I think Manila is a really strong option, much stronger than most other cities. And this is especially coming from the perspective of someone who rents especially via Airbnb, because I don't want the hassle of rent in the free market, like finding an ad on Facebook Marketplace or something like that and interacting directly with the owner. Because, at least in my opinion, it complicates things. It exposes you to more unexpected difficulties, unexpected situations, and I'm not there to deal with this kind of thing. And this is why I personally prefer to rent most of the time via Airbnb. And the sheer amount of options you get on the Airbnb platform for condo units in Manila is unmatched. And sometimes it's not about the baseline price, it's about the adjusted price after competition is factored in, and this is especially influenced by the oversupply, because I think that we all know that Manila has a big oversupply of condo units. They just built too much for the needs. Especially there was this entire story with Chinese people. So many Chinese people used to live in Manila, not anymore. And it created a hole, like a hole in the demand. The supply is still there, but the demand, not as much. And as a result, it creates an abundance of options for us as renters, especially like people like me, who are exactly in the market for this area, for this sector that has this oversupply and not that much of a demand, and it puts you as a renter, as a potential renter, in a very strong spot, because you're going to have many options, and the owners, many of them are going to be more flexible, because they know very well that if you won't rent the unit, it might just stand there vacant. And I see that all the time, because sometimes you keep track of a specific apartment or a specific condo unit, and it's there, the availability is there month after month, and it shows that it's very hard for them to find a tenant, or a temporary tenant, or someone who will even stay there for a week. It's not always easy. Now, this, for me it's not a problem, but for them it is. So this problem, this phenomenon, is all over the Philippines, but it is most noticeable. It is to the highest degree in Manila. And this is why, one of the reasons why Manila presents such an opportunity for people like, expats that don't have a family, that don't come along with 3 children and 3 cats. And all they need is a studio unit or a 1-bedroom, or maybe even a 2-bedroom unit, a small unit. So yeah, and then on top of that, the level of luxury in Manila, once again, it is unmatched. And we're not talking here about anything glamorous, anything that's top tier, but we are talking about value for money, and the level of amenities that you get for affordable prices in Manila is very high. It's very high. So if you look at other places, sure, you will have your swimming pool, sometimes even a small gym inside the condo, but it's nowhere near. It's not at the same level. In Manila, things are bigger and are like brighter. Everything is something that belongs to the big city. And for me, some people say, oh, if you are looking for this kind of luxury, why are you even going to the Philippines in the first place? But I disagree. I think for a lot of us, if we could afford something at the same level in our origin countries, maybe we would never make the move. But unfortunately, many of us cannot, and we can there. So why opt out of this thing that's there for you to take, and for an affordable price? Right? It's always like price for value. How much you pay and what you get for this payment. And the balance or the ratio in Manila is the highest. So yeah, for me it boils down to these 2 factors. The availability. I mean, because Metro Manila is so big, right? You can live there for probably years before you really know Metro Manila well. It's just very big, has so many areas. We have the famous hotspots that most expats are familiar with, the main areas of BGC, and then Shaw Boulevard in Mandaluyong. You have Eastwood in Quezon City. You have the area of MOA, Mall of Asia. But it's much more than that. There are so many other areas. And you can easily find the unit in almost all of these places. And it's not hard. It's there. Everything is online. If you go to other places, not everything is online. Sometimes you have to do the legwork, like to actually speak to local tricycle drivers and ask them, are you aware of any available units in this area? And the terms aren't always that clear. Sometimes it's not available on platforms like Airbnb, and you have to pay this deposit, security deposit, and 1 month in advance. And these are things that I don't want to deal with, as I said. So at the end of the day, I think that if you want to have many options at your disposal, if you want to have the flexibility to say, okay, I don't like this unit for any kind of reason, so I want a different one, and to have the option to do that, and then you want the best amenities, the best return for your investment, then for me, Manila does it the best way possible. I'm not ignoring the problems Manila has. It has probably the worst traffic, but then again, I mean, why should I care? I mean, if I had to commute every day, if I had to go to work there physically and travel in the hectic traffic, then it would be a big consideration, but it's not. It's not the case for me. And then pollution, Right, yes, it's there. But I mean, it really depends on your location. It's not the same thing everywhere. And even if it is the case, even if it is more polluted, it's not the first consideration for me. It's there. It's nice to be in a place where everything is, open fields with green grass and no pollution at all. But it's not the first consideration for me. So yeah, I really like Manila. I mean, I saw other places, different places, and after visiting these other places, these many different places, I think that for a home base, Manila works the best for me. And then you can venture out and see different provinces and enjoy the beauty of other places in the Philippines while keeping your home base in Manila.